Hello and welcome to the Go To Driving School YouTube channel, helping you learn to drive with online video. I'm Matt, this is Lauren.
Hello.
And today we're going to have a look at where Lauren is with her driving lessons. So Lauren, looking to recap from last lesson, what did we do and how did it go?
Basically just did junctions, tried to like perfect them on my own.
Yeah, we sort of took a step back and had a deeper look back into that, didn't we? And what bits was it was trying to correct, if you like?
I think making sure I like took everything into account, because I would like do something and remember it and then forget something else. I think just like as a whole,
right,
try and remember things. How
do you feel about them now, based on what we did last lesson?
I feel a lot better with them. I feel like I understand them more.
Good. What was the main thing you learned?
To not come up on the clutch too quickly. I can like keep it at biting point for a lot longer than I thought.
Yeah, because sometimes you get into bite before you got to the line.
Yeah.
But you hadn't looked yet, so it was going to make you go too fast, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So sometimes I remember just telling you to keep it down. Good. Was it just emerging then, or was it approaching the junction to turn into it as well that was working on, or?
Yeah, did both.
And what was the main thing that was trying to work out, turning into roads then? Do you remember?
The positioning. When you turn in, making sure you're not turning too late.
Right.
So you like miss the junction.
Okay, and did you nearly miss a few then?
Yeah.
How come? What would you put it down to, and how did you rectify it?
I was just looking too much one way. I forgot which way I was looking too much, but
probably forwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you've got the oncoming car, which is the reason you haven't turned in yet, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on, carry on.
I just think I didn't like stop to like, I didn't notice where to turn in, so I couldn't stop.
Okay, good.
To turn in.
Yeah, makes sense. So what are you doing differently now?
Focusing on like the point of turn.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Right, okay. Clutch timing, you know, when you come to a stop. Anything that we need to remember today with that? Let's say we're coming up to some lights or something that changed to amber and we're going to stop. What have you got a tendency to do sometimes and just want to get your brain ticking about this particular thing?
Yeah, I put the clutch down too early, so I like end up speeding up before I slow down.
Are you okay? How do you feel about that today? Is that something you want me to keep my eye on, or is that something that we sort of worked on as well last lesson?
I think we worked on it, but I think just if you keep your eye on it, make sure I'm not doing it again. I think I can remember it. But
okay. What would you like to focus on today? It's a bit of a bold question, but I know we've looked into roundabouts, we've looked into faster roads, we've looked into emergency stop, some manoeuvres, have we? Bit of reversing and whatnot. We did the turn in the road, didn't we, last week?
Yeah.
Which was interesting. Yeah, so, you know, I just wanted to just know really whether you wanted to still focus on the junctions, majoritively, with a bid to returning to where you left off, which I remember was pretty decent by the end of it, wasn't it? Or do you want to go a bit further afield, or a bit of both, really? What do you think, Lauren? What would you like to?
I think a bit of both. I think like starting off on a few junctions and then.
Makes a lot of sense to me. What level of help do you want from me with these junctions? Sure. Shall I keep my eye on stuff? If something comes up, then obviously I'll either try and control the situation verbally, or I'll step in and give you some help. But hopefully we're not going to need too much of that. Yeah? All right. Any final thoughts or anything else before we get started?
I think that's it.
All right. By the end of the lesson, what would you have liked to have achieved?
With junctions, I think just remembering to hear my revs. I think I was still a bit slow on it, so I think I'd like to work on that a bit more.
Phenomenal.
Yep.
All right, Lauren, let's do it. So we'll drive on when you're ready. Yeah. Oh, that's the thing I was going to mention. Sure, last what you mentioned about the steering wheel and if you'd benefit from being a little further back. Does that feel okay for you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I put it back a bit, I think.
Oh, you have done, have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, it's about right, really. Because I remember mentioning about your steering sometimes and the left hand sort of... But didn't we make steps to sorting that out last lesson, actually? You know, steering more around bends, looking out this side window and keeping it tighter with your own side of the road.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll leave that with you anyway. We'll see how that goes, yeah? Good stuff. Yeah, it's bigger reaches, isn't it, like you just shown there. Okay, Lauren, when you're ready, or when it's safe, we'll drive on. How would you rate your revs out of 10 on that one?
Don't know. I think I always like come off a bit.
Clutch a bit quick. Turn left, please. Keep the clutch still, but a bit more revs. And we'll turn right at the end, please. Right, now with here, just hold back just so that other cars could get through as well, because you're not sure where he's going to stop. You see what I mean? Don't forget first gear. So, you alright with everything?
Yeah.
Be sure to set some revs first. What do you think would be... Yeah, see what I mean? So that van could get through potentially. If he really scrolls. But we're in the van's way now anyway. I think at the moment it would probably be best to come slightly left after this car, personally. Clutch down early, clutch to the floor, just let it roll. Practice having your revs on and holding still. Just holding dead still. Clutch in, that's it.
Yeah, I don't think that van is moving, either.
Yeah, it's a tight one, and like you say, you've got to rely on the van moving out of the way. We could end up with a complete roadblock here. And also we've got to leave room for him to get out, haven't we? So he's probably now going to steer around into this space here. As he does, we might need to edge forward slightly because we've got that car there. But don't, yeah, don't rush though, just gentle edging, yeah? That's it, nice and steady. Now, if you sort of wait here, clutch down first.
Sorry about your wait.
It's alright, no worries. Alright, now we'll probably get through here. I didn't realise you've got to do some paperwork, so if you set... You can, if you, yeah, before you come off the foot brake, set your feet up, check your mirrors, keep your feet still, nice and steady. That's it, bit more revs, that's it, nice and steady. Everything clear there as to what we did, why we did it? Yeah. When we get to the end of the road, we'll turn right, please. Look at the size of them sunflowers.
I know.
Jesus. Done a good job there, haven't they? first gear, revs, balance, and over to you. I'm going to give you a little few reminders with the clutch because we're a bit delayed with it, aren't we, at the minute? So yeah, we don't want to coast, but we don't want to be too late either because the car will stall. Yeah, we stall a bit further back because of the same reason, didn't we? So at these crossroads, remember, so we're looking left forward, right forward, left. We're going to go ahead. All right. So position for the most easiest line to go ahead. Clutch down, first gear. Set the revs, but keep the clutch still. Revs. Now come into the bite, gently, edge into the lines, looking. So keep it coming. Lovely. Good. Now, for the most part, you're covering the clutch, so we're nearly there. We just got to remember that when we're braking, if we're not travelling too fast, it's going to come not too long after we've started braking. Do you want to shut your window when you're ready? Cheers. Take the next road on the right. It's just after these parked cars. Next road on your right. So I'll leave this with you because it's a bit different. Turning right at the end. So feet ready. Braking gently, and the clutch ain't going to be too long after, and clutch. Maybe a little bit earlier when we started braking, which demanded the clutch early. Okay, so maybe we would do everything and just a touch later.
Yeah.
If you're more experienced, but it's more, to me having the time to get the words out and you follow the action, follow with what you need to do with the actions, you know. Take the next road on the left, please. Cover the clutch still. Fast steering, big steering. Take the next road on the left. Now, when this curb peels away, I want your left hand a little bit higher than it is usually, and I'm going to tell you when it peels away. Now. Keep steering, keep steering, keep steering. Look how accurate that is.
Yeah.
It's all to do with the timing. So we started steering probably about 1/3 to a half a car length sooner. Did you notice?
Yeah.
And did you notice the curb disappear from the dashboard view?
Yeah.
So that's my marker for when I steer. Cover the brake and clutch in case we've got something oncoming, because we could tuck, couldn't we, behind this white one? Clutch. Hold back. First gear. And over to you with the getting going. Check your centre and right mirror. And pull up on the left, please, at a safe place. With the clutch. Steer right. Cheers. Good bit of planning there. I like what you've done with the junction and the driveway. Was that intended?
I was more focused on the driveway, but...
Were you? Had you not spotted that?
No, I would have moved if I was in front of it.
Well, it's good anyway. Why did I tell you to steer right?
I was going too much left. There was like a curve.
Yeah, you already was quite nice, and then you looked left in the mirror and steered left. And if you're not looking where you're actually steering, as in out the front, next thing is you're going to hit it. The fact that you were already close as well. So just keep your eye on that. If you're already good, when you look in the mirror, you might not need to do any adjustment.
Yeah.
You know, if you're this, debatable whether it's worth it.
Mm.
So, steering timing. Good job there. Do you think you could repeat that in future?
Yeah.
Do you want me to point it out a couple more times?
Yeah.
As to when just to steer that a little bit earlier?
Yeah.
Turning in. Did you notice anything when we turned into it? So let's say I was going to turn into that side road. That looks awfully tight on the right. On that left as we were turning.
Mm.
But we were a little late. I don't know if you noticed. And we sort of went around and then back into the road.
Yeah.
Slightly. Do you know why that happened? I think we touched on it last lesson.
I'm looking too much forward.
I mean, I was watching your eyes. I saw you. For me, you were looking both ways. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah.
So I think I am. You've got to steer. So when are you steering? Just remind me when you're steering. When do you start steering?
I'm not sure.
Because it might be that your interpretation of it is wrong, or not as it should be in the first place. You know, you're aware of the point to turn line. You mentioned that earlier, the middle divider, the white paint, yeah? As you get level with, steer.
Okay.
Don't wait until you're level with and then steer. Steer as you are becoming level with it. And that'll mean that you won't sort of snake into the junction, as in going round and then back in.
Yeah.
You might need to do that on some junctions, don't get me wrong, if there's badly parked cars and you need to hold back or whatever, you know, things like that. I'm not saying there's never a place for anything like that, but but yeah, so we've got to just keep an eye on that. Good work with the clutch down here. Yeah. So we'll keep working on that for now, I guess. Is that alright?
Yep.
Yeah. Drive them when you're ready. Any questions or anything?
No.
Really good, yeah? Alright. Good work with the gas. Nice steady left foot as well. We worked quite a bit on that, didn't we, last session?
Yeah.
Keep behind the white car for as long as you can. Clutch first. Mirrors. That's a view, isn't it, in front, look? Never looked at it from that perspective before. Why did I tell you to wait behind that white BMW for as long as possible then?
Because you couldn't really see around the bend.
Yeah, and how did it benefit you?
I had time to stop.
Yeah, but where did you stop? You were already lined up, weren't you?
Yeah.
Because then we had the council van oncoming. And you were already lined up considering that there could be something coming, and hey presto, there was. So that's why we say now on a blind bend, keep over a little bit longer than you usually would. You're not in a head-on collision position then.
Yeah.
Should that oncoming car be doing more than it should be, for example? So we're going to take the next road on the left. It's after the purple car. So get this speed all under control of the gears. So we're just going to look at that steering again. That's it. Go. Keep steering, keep steering, keep steering, keep steering more. Awesome. And then the mirrors for the new road, centre mirror and right mirror. We want to know what's behind us and if there's already something at the side of us overtaking. Is that something that you feel you might be missing?
Yeah.
That's why I just reminded you. I thought you might have missed it a couple of times, probably because you're thinking about other things. What would you put it down to?
Yeah, I'm just thinking about other things.
Shall I give you a few reminders on it then, yeah? I know it's easier to remember the junction ones because it comes in with the routine, doesn't it? Mirror, signal, position, speed, look. Alright, Lauren, when you get to the end of the road, could you turn left, please? So, I'll give you a reminder with the clutch if I need to, alright? Awesome. Good. Anything at the side already overtaking?
No.
Awesome. Good. Shut up, Matt. Well remembered with the centre mirror. I've got no excuse. It's Wednesday. It's not even Monday, is it? Straight in your centre mirror in case it doesn't stop or shit. Stick with junctions for a bit longer, or do you want to have a look at a few roundabouts, maybe towards Oldwood Way? How do you feel?
Yeah, we do roundabout.
Yeah. I'll mix it up anyway, make sure the junction's in with it.
Yeah.
Are you okay with all the rules and everything that we did? I know we've been doing them, haven't we? So, yeah, so take next road on the right. We'll be looking for the timing in which you're turning, so I'll help you with it once you've got your gears sorted and your position. Just brake in, second gear. Okay, keep in third. Steer now, steer now. Yeah, we just wouldn't have had time.
Yeah. I was like thinking it was further up.
Oh, were you? Yeah, first thing, identify, yeah? Lay your eyes on, target locked on. Where's that turn? How long have I got? And work backwards. The roundabout, can you see it?
Yep.
We're going to turn left there, please. Second that little bit earlier, clutch back up, peel off with this curb and it peels off for the left. Keep looking. Lovely stuff. Yeah. And for the new road, you're going to check the centre and the, well done. Speed it up then, Lauren, a little bit more. A bit quicker, bit quicker, bit quicker, bit quicker, a bit more forceful on the pedal, get into third sooner. Well done, good planning. Straight up towards 30. We can always ease off just before the next bend, just bring it down a couple of miles per hour if we need to. And then after we come past through this bend, we'll then be looking to get the speed back up to what we could be, about 30, and then we'll look at the next bend. We'll probably just ease off just a touch before then, just for control. It's much better, yeah. That's it, just like that. And then easing back on, getting your speed up so you can see ahead. It looks fairly straight, fairly wide. So what do these signs suggest? It's an advisory, it doesn't mean we've got to do it, but if they have laid a new road surface then we might need to drive slower, so it's advising us. Keep going, just speed up a little bit because you're committed at that point. I think sometimes slowing down could cause the problem, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got some roadwork, so things could be unpredictable. We'll look for blue circles with white arrows that can guide us. Okay. Check out your new speed limit, and we're going to be turning left when we reach this roundabout. It is a new roundabout, alright? So braking, braking, braking. Left signal on. Second gear. Clutch up. Looking to your right, look over here. Clutch down first gear, pause at your lines here. Well, at that warning triangle, look, that's the give way there. Looking to the right. Setting your feet up. What do you reckon, Lauren? To your right? Are we clear? Looking to the road you're going to turn into. Good. Anything followed us in, Lauren?
No.
Okay, cool. So, that's the end of roadworks. There was a 30 sign that come up at the bottom. I haven't seen anything that's changed. Just steer right a bit. Steer right a bit. We're quite close to the bush. Look at the bush and look at the cars as well, and you can average your space out. And we're going to take the next road on the left. Oh, sorry, not that one. It's just after. You see the more major one with the bollard there. So if you just keep a grip on the brakes, check your mirrors, pop the signal on. That's it. Just let us come in. Look, just let us sort of drive in there, and then we're going to turn left at the end of this road. So it's open. So if you signal left, have a look to your right, forward, and go. So extremely open junctions there that we can take advantage of. Drive into third. Good, so you're not putting the gear change off just because of the bend. Well done. Just come left a little more. Right, and your clutch, just in case. That's fine. That red one could have turned this way as well, couldn't it? And then we got this awkward meeting point. Now, Lauren, when we get to the end of the road, it's slightly downhill, we're going to turn left there. Alright, at the end of the road, okay? So not the next left, at the end of the road. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Keep the clutch on the floor. Oh good, you already were. Thanks, well done. Go, revs on. Do you think you'd have gone?
Yeah.
I'm just making sure really. I just thought you could have gone maybe a touch earlier, just let go of the brakes a little sooner. Was it the speed you wanted to get under control first?
Yeah.
A little bit slower, I get that. Did you feel it a little laggy when you went to third gear?
Mm-hmm.
Normally it'd be okay, wouldn't it, there at that speed?
Yeah.
Do you know why it was a bit laggy? Yes. Yeah, so do you know what you'd normally do regarding gears going uphill?
Would you wait until like you're over the hill?
Not till you're over the hill, because it might be a long hill, but you'd use or build up more revs first. You'd make the engine louder, so that when the clutch is down going up the hill, you don't lose as much speed. You still keep that momentum, so the car can cope with the higher gear.
Yeah.
When we approach the junction, you about the, just keep an eye on your speed. I just wanted to talk to you about the signal timing. Did you notice anything?
Did I do a bit late?
Just a bit early. We had a junction on the left, a side road.
Okay.
If you signal approaching the side road with a left signal on, if something appears, what could happen?
I think you're turning in.
And what might they do that could make it dangerous for you?
Pull out.
That's it. So just look around a bit more, try and identify anything that could make the information you give confusing.
Yeah.
So we're going to take the next road on the right, and we're going to try and look and steer a little earlier and get into the, and not sort of balloon round into the turn on the point of turn. Steer now, go, big steers, big, that's much better. Try and get it a bit slower on the way in. To be honest, I think the centre line was non-existent on that one. It didn't even exist, did it? But it's going to be about halfway usually. So just visualise what halfway is. But yeah, it's just steering. It's that first steer making that one a bit quicker. Get the wheels turned, get the car, you know, doing what you want it to do sooner. Take the next road on the left, please. Braking a bit sooner. So keep tight with this curve. Good. Because again, then we've got somewhere to wait should something be powering towards the junction. At the end of this road, turn right. What are you expecting as we come towards the end?
Car to win.
Okay, good. Clutch. Can you hear anything with the tick-tocking? Good. When we get to the end of the road, Lauren, turn left. So we're going to check for the new road. Good. Well done, well done. Still worth seconds. A long way to travel in first. Well done to you. This junction is like a right, it's like a sharp angle at the end, yeah? So don't really steer until you get at the junction. Just put about, I'll tell you when to put some steer on, it's not till the very end. About now, just a little bit, that's enough. Cool. Good stuff. You see how sharp it was at the end?
Yeah.
Most are a bit more curvier, aren't they?
Yeah.
So this is a good opportunity for you to practice your stop-start, your steady clutch foot, your revs, and keeping the revs. Also, we need to plan for junctions, don't we? Not, yeah, junctions, not blocking them, things like that. Good, nice timing there. It's okay, just keep everything up, keep everything moving. You'd have just got a bit closer, that's all. Providing he didn't stall or anything, you'd have just got a bit closer to him, and then he'd have pulled away again. So what do you see?
Red line.
Yeah. So just sparking that thought then with you to get you off your gas a bit sooner if you've spotted it. And then easing back off. Yeah, like that, look, you can sometimes just keep it, rather than put the clutch down, as long as you're not like that for too long. You know. help with the roundabout, or just if I think you need it?
Yeah, just
Okay.
maybe.
What signal we giving them? So I'll leave the rest with you.
The second option.
Now keep
Keep it.
going. Back on the gas now. Speed up, speed up, speed up, speed up, speed up. We was all good there. That hesitation. You just gotta. You was. Everything was great. You just needed to go.
Mm.
You asked me about the gear.
Yeah. I think 'cause it was quite wide, it didn't really need the second.
Yeah, you didn't, did you? It was fine. I got fourth gear now. You hear the engine just purring, getting a little bit louder. How is that car behind?
Not too
Okay. Any later, I'd have had to probably slow us down and stop us there.
bad.
But as long as you sped up a bit, which you did, it was borderline just about okay to go. But we wouldn't make a habit of that, if you see what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
The reason, why do you think I asked you about the car behind then? Just because if we do that, it could do one or two things. It could overtake or be tailgating in this new road, sometimes to prove a point or whatever, however it works in their minds. But okay, so over to you. So what gear could we be in? What speed could we be doing? Yeah, you alright with that? Good technique. And getting that speed back up then, Lauren. Checking your mirrors for you. Speed it back up. Bit more gas. Bit more gas. Do you remember how we'd find an earlier view around the right bend?
Be a bit more
To the left, yeah? And then, so this is a bit better speed-wise. The more we do it, the more we'll aim to get probably a little bit more speed on this road. Probably about an extra 10 miles an hour-ish. Alright. We'll get to Roundabout. We're going to go right. That's third exit. So I'd start easing off at this white marker. Just easing off. So you're going to be going from 5 to 2 because it's quite a tight roundabout, this one. Keep a good grip of the brake. Remember your right hand lane for the right turn. So how do you feel the roundabout went?
good.
Yeah? Couple of things that could be improved for next time. Any ideas what they would be? It was good on the whole, I agree.
Make sure you're in the right lane.
Yeah, on approach. We did that before on that roundabout, didn't we? Something similar. What's the engine sound like, Lauren? Good stuff. Got to take the next left after the red post box. Just after it. Brake in earlier then. Brake in, brake in. Good. Keep on the brakes on as you come up on the. That's it. That's enough. Back on the gas. Only for the turn.
Yeah.
You know, for the beginnings of the turn. So in future, if you can come off your brake a little earlier, once you've got that speed down,
Yeah.
and consider getting back on the gas. At that point you would, because you turned in really there. All you got to do is take your steering off as you. Yeah. see it become straight, I want you to look for somewhere to pull in on the left, please. It's quite, you know, it's reasonably long, so don't have a look first and then judge. Cancel the signal. Go just after the junction. So the time you'd signal, the earliest time could be now. Not too close to the curb. Good. Alright, so this is exactly where I meant, really. Any further, it's too close to the junction. Yeah, so just a couple of things for the... Well, any thoughts from you before we go any further? Anything you want to bring up, or anything I brought up that you want to clarify? No. Right, let's say that you're approaching a roundabout. Positioning on approach, you said it. I said, what could be better? You went, lane position or whatever it was you said. Something along those lines, anyway. What's the first thing you do? You're going to check the mirrors. You're then going to give a signal. What's the next thing you should be looking to do in your sequence? So 1, 2, 3.
Speed.
Position first.
Okay.
Okay, there might be times where they kind of merge in together, but look for positioning, because I'm not sure sometimes that you're purposely positioning for a right turn as well. You know, when we're turning right, sometimes I've seen it sort of come a bit more centre of the lane than left of the centre line. So same here, we'd go mirror, if we were turning right into there, we'd go mirror, signal, position, then speed, and we'd hold the position then. Alright, so just remember that. But relating it to roundabouts specifically then, we've checked the mirrors, we've signalled, we know it's safe to position in the right hand lane if we turn in right. So this road might only be one lane to begin with, and then it kind of opens up as you get closer. Sometimes it, you know, it does things like that, the road does. So as soon as you get the opportunity, start positioning and veering early. Don't forget, you will have checked your mirrors, you will have signalled to confirm your intentions, okay?
Yeah.
So just to confirm, if you were turning left, what lane would you use?
Left.
If you're going straight on, what lane would you use?
Left.
Yeah. What is straight on? How would you determine a right turn?
Forgot.
I might be making it into a bigger thing than it is, but basically this 12 o'clock thing, it's a general rule, it's not like definite every time. Sometimes these ahead roads are 1 o'clock or slightly 2 o'clock and it's second exit, for example, but yeah, so anything after 12 is generally classed as a right turn. There might be multiple right turns. U-turn even is a right turn, isn't it? I'm just asking you that because obviously if I give you a direction, or the sat-nav give you a direction, you need to think, well, oh, third exit, is that straight on? Is that right? Is that, oh, so what lane does that mean? It's all part of the getting it in, yeah? Alright. So just a little bit earlier with that, exiting the roundabout, did you check your mirrors?
Probably not.
What I would do, yeah, you got the signal on, fair play, but you didn't check anything. We got a bike here waiting.
Yeah.
So you know, as you come towards, I'd get a little bit of gas on here, gas, ease off. It just slows things down a little bit here, so you've got time to check your mirrors, centre and left, and then give a left signal, probably a little bit earlier than you did do. Although yours wasn't bad, to be honest. But yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So there's the two things I think you could improve your roundabouts with. Easing off just a little bit here, so you'd have time to check your mirrors as well as signal, and don't forget the P with the MSPSL as we approach position, yeah?
Yeah.
You good with that?
Yep.
Drive on when you're ready. And at the end of the road we'll turn left, please. Well done the handbrake too. I've noticed you're not leaving it on at all anymore. I'll get the aircon on now, I reckon. Touch. All good there. Keep the clutch stiller for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
At the bite, yeah? Is there anything behind us or overtaking? And how we're going to get a better view?
Keep to the left.
Well done. Keep there as long as possible, unless you can see round the bend. Based on what we said earlier. We've got a roundabout coming up at the end of, well, not, yeah, you could say at the end of the road. And we'll go straight ahead there. It's one of those sort of single lane roundabouts.
Which way are we going?
Straight ahead, it's second exit. So we're going to go mirror, signal, it might be the brake signal. Position, which is central, yeah? Good. And then you're looking. Reach for your gear. Revs while you're thinking. Looking. Steady left foot when you get to the bite. Just like that, well done. Mirrors and signal. And the left mirror. Because you're steering off left, aren't you? So if something's going to catch up, undertake bikes and things or whatever, it's going to be on the left side. So it'll be centre mirror and left mirror. Cancel the left signal, got a junction there. Just like we talked about earlier, you know, if we approach it with the left signal on and our speed would allow for us to turn, somebody will read that as we're going to turn in. They won't know we've just come off the roundabout because they weren't there.
Yeah.
Alright, we're not going to go down there, so it's full of that loose, when they laid out those loose chippings. I was going to turn down there, but we'll give that a miss. So we're going to turn left at the roundabout. So mirror, signal, you've done that. Position, so left without curve. Stop, 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 stop. Did you see that car coming around and that one approaching? Or was you thinking?
I didn't see that one.
Okay, even that one though, wouldn't have had time. No way. Alright, the speed we were going and the speed that we're going, we would have caught up and probably crashed into the side. So, hop into first gear now. Credits to you for stopping. I didn't do anything, I just told you to do it and you reacted in time. So yeah, when you're ready, don't forget to keep that left foot still, increase the revs. Very good. So what are you going to do next time so that doesn't happen to you?
Just keep an eye on where they're going.
Yeah. And how long it's going to take them to get there.
Yeah.
Spotted. Don't forget your gear. I normally do, as soon as my left foot goes down, I'm thinking about the gear usually, yeah?
Yeah.
And then you don't forget then. More steer. Cheers. I'm going to turn left at the end, please. keep steering though. Keep looking for that. Bus route this one, and if there's a bus there, we can't afford to go too wide towards the middle, or a badly positioned car, or a car that's overtaking a cyclist, a car that's turning right, for example, or positioning to turn right. I had my hand ready to help you with the steering there. I didn't need to, you sorted it, but for me, if you weren't ready, there wouldn't have been no time to prevent that left wheel from hitting that curb.
Yeah.
So I need to make sure there, just so you know.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I need my left wheel really. Made those mistakes in my early days of being a driving instructor and not being ready, and you know, you pay the price really. Take your own peril, hundreds of pounds worth of damage and stuff. So we're going to take the second road on the right. So we're going to go mirrors, signal, position. So I go left of that centre line. Well, in this hatched area. Brake, brake, brake. Second gear, clutch up. Steer. Well, you know, because you had to go back on. You felt the need to go back on the brakes. What should you have done differently so you didn't have to do that kind of sequence with the brakes?
Just like stay on them a bit longer.
Yeah, you know, when your clutch goes down, you might want to just increase them ever so slightly.
Yeah.
When the clutch goes down, to drop to second for the turn. A lot of learner drivers do that, I notice, is when they go for the gear, their right foot comes off the brake because it's doing two things at once, but that's actually how it's meant to be,
Yeah.
operating both. And take the next road on the left. Bit more power then, speeding it back up, because it's two, and keep your eye through here. That's it. We don't want to be too slow, you know. If there's a really wide turn and it's really visible, if third feels okay,
Yeah.
we could potentially use third. Now I've heard some bikes. Is there anything in your mirrors behind or overtaking or anything? Did you hear the bikes?
No.
Motorbikes. Same if you hear sirens or anything like that, straighten the mirrors. Just see what's going on, see if you can get any early information to help create one through route for emergency services and things like that. We'll talk more about that as we go through the training. Are you happy with how the structure of the lesson is in terms of areas?
Yeah.
Yeah? You don't feel there's anything that could be different or better? When we get to the lights at the end, we'll turn left. Are you okay with the stop line and the box and all that light, remember that? Yeah. You checking for cyclists in that left mirror? Good stuff. Revs first. Revs, 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 revs.
What about that?
Oh, 'cause I like that you come off the moon. It'd been a long time to be a revs on, wouldn't it, back there?
Yeah.
So I like that. And I was thinking, she's going to remember to set them. That's what I was thinking. She's going to remember.
I was thinking about it, but like last minute I just forgot.
Yeah, yeah. When you see that traffic on the other side, good planning here, by the way, and the mirror use, fantastic. When you see the traffic starting to change, then set your revs ready so you don't forget. You know, before your light even turns amber. I sometimes do that. also your mirrors and for slowing down as well, so you can check traffic behind. Remember to be looking for the curb when it goes and keep the hands moving, keep us nice and neat and tidy and safe. We turn left.
Should I be in second gear?
You're moving off from stationary, aren't you?
Oh.
So what did you think? Yeah. Very good with the steering, lovely. Yeah, usually if you were driving you'd already be, you'd drop to second, wouldn't you? Because you're stationary, yeah, it has to be just, I've got to move the car off first and then turn, so. So yeah, if we get back to second before the turn, fair enough. But if it's still first, it's still first. It's predictable, mostly from traffic around us, they know. Whereas if we're going 30, we drop to first, that wouldn't be predictable.
Yeah.
Got the mini roundabout coming up, we're going to turn right. So we need to make best efforts to go around it.
Yeah.
If we do need to touch it slightly, we will with the right inside tyres. Second gear clutch up, because it's going to be tight, so we need to be slower. Get straight for longer. Fast steering, fast. Good. Good stuff. Something could undertake you from that inside, couldn't it? I like that. Overtake you, sorry. Was she power walking or was she attempting to jog? Did you see her?
Yeah.
Job, just out and about all the time. See some right things. At the roundabout, we'll turn right, please. Second exit, this one's the first. So, what are you going to check before you signal?
The mirrors.
Yeah, which ones? Awesome, cheers. Good control too, for you coming off the gas. Good steering coming in, loads of improvements, eh? Last couple of lessons. How are you feeling about today so far? I'm not sure either, so yeah, you're doing the right thing. Can we go around the outside? No, we can't really, can we? It's not really wide enough. What are you thinking now with your gears?
First.
Yeah. Alright, so if you check your mirrors, we'll come round. Can you see over the gap there? There's nothing coming. They're coming down the hill. I think they're just juggling cars around, aren't they, for the driveway and whatnot. So we've got a junction on a nice steep hill at the top here, you'll be pleased to know. Do you want any help with it or anything? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Maybe.
Alright. So I'll just give you help with the timing of the feet. Well, we'll turn right at the end, okay? That's it, so easing off the gas here and not using it again. Cover brake and clutch. I'd go clutch now, straight to first. Remember your positioning for the right turn, revs, bite, balance, and edge. Keep the revs on that. And don't rush it, make sure you can see down the road before you commit. check your left mirror, keep driving, move into the space so we can all get through, and pull up on the left please at a safe place. Just pull it on the left please, because the road will run out.
Oh.
Yeah, just get towards the end then, don't we? Awesome. Cheers. Right. Yeah, going well. Couple of different things I think we should consider adding in, because it's kind of based on what we're doing, but it's an extension of what we're doing. I'm thinking, why a Y junction? Have you ever done a Y junction before?
I think so.
So firstly, I need to help you to understand what they are and how you can help yourself at them.
Mm-hmm.
And then a right turn boxes to turn into a junction. Have you ever done one of them?
Yeah.
What do you know about, well, what is it? What are they? And how would you identify them?
It's like a waiting space, so you don't block up the roads.
Great.
Just waiting to turn in.
Yeah. Before we get to the box, we need to be properly fully inside the box if it's wide enough.
Yeah.
So do come over towards oncoming traffic enough, as long as you're not in a head-on collision position. We may need to go over the hatched markings before we get into the box. Is that something you're aware of? Have we talked about that, or have you heard about that before?
Yeah, I think so.
What are the hatch markings for?
It's like extra room to
Yeah.
the road.
Yeah. Sometimes they can like sort of stop for a brief period, and then they use that bit for the right turners. Sometimes you'll have a right turn turning into, so if you're going to turn into your right, you might have a right turn opposite that's turning into their right.
Yeah.
So you've got to be very careful with that sometimes. We'll start with just a normal, just one, I think, with these. But if we need to drive over the hatch markings, we should do, as long as it's safe and legal. And it will be legal because they'll be broken, the ones we're going to use. Broken lines, okay?
Yeah.
We shouldn't just drive through there willy-nilly or make it a habit of it just because we can, but it's going to allow us to get fully positioned without and brake in a position of safety, rather than kind of half hanging out in the road with the back end and then brake.
Yeah.
We could get knocked by a car that's travelling, you know, straight on. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah? Right, Y junction then. It's at the end here. Do you see that for turning left, you better to sort of turn left and then left again? It's a bit like what we did earlier. We did one earlier actually, and you didn't have to slow down or look, or not look, of course you had to look. You didn't have to really slow down or do a lot. Do you remember near the, what's that pub called? Anyway, it doesn't matter, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think. I hope. But when you're emerging out of them sometimes, let me show you in this book just so I can so it's going to be something like this, like that there. So when you get to the end there, if you stay straight, because there's you, look, you're going to look to your left for traffic, and all you're going to see is me and the pillar, this side pillar, and the head restraint and everything. So what you want to try and do is make, as you get towards the end, steer left quite a lot, so that you're more like that. So you're making the Y junction back into a T, into a T junction, so you'll be able to see right and left clearly. The most important thing though is to identify the Y junction, or else you'll get to them when I'm not with you, and then you think, oh, I can't see. It'll be too late then, because you'll be stopped at the line. How are you going to identify them? So that you know to do this little special steering at the end.
I suppose when the road that you turn onto isn't like straight in front.
Yeah. And the way that you'll know that is by starting looking on the approach to the giveaways like you usually do. Right, left. You'll look left and you think, huh? Ah, alright, I'll steer and correct that, you know? Okay, so that's that. I'll probably give you a bit of guidance with the steering. We'll be pulling out onto a pretty major road, and the road's quite wide, so bear that in mind with your timings, and you know what you need to do with them feet, I think, to make this a success.
Yep.
Yeah. Alright then, Lauren. Everything good with the hill junction there? You know, does that ring a bell? Clear in your mind?
Yeah.
If we come to another one, do you want me to guide you again to the hill junction?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. So driving when you're ready, we'll turn right at the end of the road.
Is it this or straight, like?
Straight on.
Yeah.
That there, as you get closer, you'll see road markings, so it'll be turning in if you followed that.
Yeah.
The road ahead is straight down towards the bollards at the end, the central island in the middle with the blue circles, yeah. Where it is. Start looking right and left. Can you see that you can't really see?
Yeah.
So when that curb goes, that's quite a lot of left steer. Full lock left, full lock left, full lock left, full lock left. Keep rolling now. Look at the lines. Keep rolling. Not quite at the lines. Now start to straighten up as you roll. Set the revs while you're looking. If it's clear, and we could have gone. If you just set the revs while the grey was coming, yeah? So you've got to tighten together a little bit more. Well done. Well done. Threw a spanner in the works a little bit, didn't it, that one? There's nothing saying they can't turn right out of there. But it generally works better if they turn left there and you turn right there.
Yeah.
So, did it improve your visibility when we put all the left steer on based on your first obs?
Yeah.
Third gear then, Lauren. Could these change? Check the middle mirror. Stop, 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 stop. So we just need to do a little bit more preparation, really, just anticipate them changing. Them ladies were stood there, so they press the button. It has got a pedestrian phase as well. Extra revs. Keep that left foot still, yeah? Right, so check your middle mirror. Just keep really up to date with behind. He could pull out again. Keep right, don't steer back left. There's no need to at the moment anyway. And we're going to take not into Lidl or the Pets shop, next road on the right. So entering over the hatch mark, just clipping the edges, ease off the gas, all the way over low on, steer more, then straighten. Steer. Try and use both hands to put steering on and off, using both, because I think you're using majoritively one. You're getting better at it, mind, but you want to be using both really to be more efficient, and I think more in control really. The faster you go, you're going to need that as you build more experience and confidence. So yeah, it just could have been a little bit further over. It didn't really matter as much on that road, it's nice and wide. But did you see that when I said it? Just steer right more, so you're middle of the box. this will do a right turn box that is potentially going to have a head-on, a car that positioned head-on as well, yeah? So we'll have another look at that. Cover them pedals. Keep them covered. Clutch first. Don't rush, steady feet. Extra revs. And at the end of the road we'll turn right, please. Roundabout.
Is there no signal for that?
No signal for ahead. If you signal left, I think you're turning left. If you signal right, I think you're doing it. Could do a U-turn or something. First gear, set revs, then fine bite. Nice and steady. Using both hands as much as each other. And there's no point in signaling to exit on that because you're already off by the time you get it in a position where you could get it on. We spoke about that before?
Yeah.
When we get to the lights at the end of the road, we'll turn left. So check your middle mirror nice and early. Careful with the signal, it's quite early that, and plus they're all queuing, and there's a couple of entrances here to the... Yeah, so keep the speed up. Else we'll definitely be stopping. That's it, signal now. A bit more meaningful now, they might be... Remember the lights are on green, so let's keep it going, keep it moving. Okay, I've got to stop you there. I'll come off the brake a bit because I reckon the woman behind was going to run that as... If we'd have gone, she'd have run a complete red. Okay. So I've kind of braked a bit, then come off. It's too late of an amber for me. And what was you thinking there? Because you wasn't very decisive.
I know, I was going to stop, but it was obviously green.
All right. I'm going to pop you back in first gear. Clutch on the floor, yeah? You got it?
Yep.
You're back in full control of the controls. I'm off the brake, I'm off the clutch.
Okay.
Your handbrake isn't on. You might decide to put it on. We'll have a little chat about that in a moment. We'll keep focused on what we're going to do, yeah? Which is the right turn in a little bit. And using the right turn box. Do you want help with the right turn box?
Yeah.
Right, now we might be going, so a bit extra revs, handbrake off, going. Just wanting you that little bit quicker than we were earlier.
Yeah.
You know, getting gone, realising that it's about to change and not delaying traffic. Because then you could end up getting overtook in the new road if you upset people. We're going to take next road on the right. So he's in offload, can you see it there? So we've identified it coming in towards the box, over the top of them. That one isn't turning right, yeah? Can we go before the van? Keep focused on the positioning and where you would stop also. First gear before you forget. Nice positioning here. Set the revs while you're waiting. Think about hands, feet, steadiness. Lovely there. if one of them cars had slapped a signal on, turning right into Aldi, which was basically, if you got a mirror, it'd be opposite.
Yeah.
And that could have been something to think about, couldn't it?
Yeah.
So we might have had to go in and drove around them and come in later to our box. Drive to the end, and I want you to use some of the skills that we did with that turn in the road. Now, we're not going to be constricted to a tight road. We can use the turning circle here. Yeah. I think it's a dead end both sides. Been a while since I've come down here, so it may have changed. Follow it round, because it looks like it might be a road, the speed that car come round then. So I've got roadworks. It's saying the road's narrowing. This didn't used to be here. No, I haven't. So we've got priorities, so we just need to keep up to date with these signs because it's all new to us basically. So yeah, just look for anywhere to turn around. There's probably going to be a dead end somewhere. Do now, I would either steer forward into that space and reverse out, or I would, in fact the easiest thing is check your mirror, nothing behind you. Yep. Come more central of this road, straighten up, clutch down, brake to a gentle stop. We're going to reverse into that gap, straight into reverse. We're not going to worry about accuracy, just safety really, as long as we know we're not going to hit the curb. If you look over your right shoulder, can you see the curb bending in?
Yeah.
Okay, good, so that's your marker. Just need to reverse into the gap really, steadily. Do you want any help with that?
No.
Or where would you be looking mainly when you reverse?
With that shoulder.
Yeah, and observations all around really?
Yeah.
Okay. Full lock probably is best. Keep it on for a bit longer. Now look back forward and now start taking it off. You know, now you've got the car actually turned.
Yeah.
Keep going a bit further back. It'll help you just get out of that bit there. Good obs, yeah. Well done. Very, very impressed with that. In terms of where you were looking, how you controlled the car, the fact that you were taking steering off a little earlier, would you say that you picked up some of those principles from what we did last week with that turn in the road? Just secure it for a sec. Something very significant's happened in terms of these are the two manoeuvres that were taken out of the driving test last December.
Yeah.
It's now 2018 for anybody watching. They're still needed, aren't I mean, so we've just done a left reverse, and for me, it's a manoeuvre that I still use, but I tell you the bit that was a bit silly before was that you had to keep in your own side of the road and reasonably close to the curb. Now, I see that in terms of a test of your control and your understanding of safety and all the rest of it. But really, you wouldn't do a left reverse unless you knew something weren't coming down the road anyway. And the best way to do it, really, is to stop, knowing that nothing's around, having looked into the road you're going to reverse, quickly reverse into, not worry about road markings. Because if something was there, you shouldn't be doing it, really, anyway. It's a bit dodgy, I think, I always thought. And then out. We've not really gone to town with accuracy here, have we? We've just got the job done, turn the car around, which is what the left reverse was. But yeah, so I guess, yeah, I just thought it's weird. I've done, in our two lessons, I've done the turn in the road and the left reverse. I still do the turn in the road anyway, but the left reverse don't normally do too much. But it's just made me think I should start doing it in this context, because it is a useful skill.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you and the viewers. Alright then. Drive on when you're ready. Oh, sorry, Lauren, was there something we needed to talk about? Them lights, approaching them lights.
Oh yeah.
Yeah? Approaching them lights. So, basically we could have gone, but you were, is the right word, hesitating, not really going. The lights are on green.
Yeah.
Almost like you were looking like a junction for traffic. That's what it felt like you was doing a lot of deciding, but really you just needed to go and drive through it. What's your thoughts on that analysis?
I like treating it like a T-junction.
Yeah, you need to look.
Yeah.
And because somebody could be running a red light, somebody could be running a red light, so you do need to look. The best way to consider it is to think of it is to look as you're going.
Yeah.
And obviously, overdoing it, but yeah, so look as you're going. Is there anything else that needs going over there really other than that? Did it just get you and you just got stuck in thinking do normal junction mode?
Yeah.
That's it then really. If you're happy, we'll drive on. These houses were always here. This road was always here, but it wasn't linked to that road out there before. So they've just joined it now, and it's a complete loop, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Toys R Us has gone from over there. Take the next road on the left. Second gear clutch up. Are you going to do that anyway?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Well done. First. Do you think you'd have selected first anyway?
No.
Okay. See, it is worth me asking. As long as you don't mind me asking.
I think it's like going down. I think it's like going down gears.
Yeah.
I struggle with.
Yeah. I'll just keep my eye on it. This is just all the same then, shall I, for now? Is there any parts of any instruction you think that you don't need now? Or that I'm overdoing at the moment?
I don't think so.
Well, if there is any, as I'm saying it, just let me know. I'm open to that. When we get to the end of the road, we'll turn left. Not too early with the clutch. Do the majority of the looking kind of at the line? First gear.
Shall I wait for the bus stop?
It was a consideration, yeah, it was worth considering. Have a look at that curb as well through there, just so you know when or when not to steer. Nice one. Anything behind or overtaking? Is there something behind?
Yeah.
Should we speed up a bit more? A bit quicker maybe? These lights aren't going to change, are they? There's nobody there who's pressed them. Keep more into the right there. Remember, that car doesn't want to crash into you either. You want to be driving in that bus lane, we could pick up a ticket for that. They aren't shy sending them tickets, believe me. First gear while we're rolling, set revs whilst we're rolling, finding the bite, increase the revs, not so quick on the clutch, increase the revs instead, and take the next road on the right. So coming into that box in the middle, signal on so everybody knows, mirrors and signals so everybody knows where we're going. Looking ahead, do we need to stop? And the light's on green, agreed?
Yeah.
Second gear as we turn in, checking the mirrors, checking the centre mirrors, unlikely anything's going to overtake there. Again, we use common sense with those things. Very good there, keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling, because it's got to get past that van as well. First gear. That's it, revs, keep rolling. We would get closer on this occasion just because the bus has got to get through past. If you check your right mirror, you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't rush with the feet, revs, don't rush with the left foot. Good stuff. So just be aware of other obstacles that may not be in front of you, but they've got to get through so you can all kind of squeeze through a narrowing. Take the next road on the right, and I want to check out your steering timing with this one and your positioning on approach. Fantastic, well done. Absolutely bang on, thanks. And you even got your new mirror nice and early. Turn left, please. Do you want one of these? And I got a drunk drive around.
I know the door's wrong. Probably getting a call.
Second left, sorry. I want to look at your steering turning in, that we're not going to stray towards the middle centre line. Very good, cheers. Turn left. Don't slow us early, keep on the gas a bit longer. Off the revs now, start braking now, clutch down first gear now. Just a bit more revs, balance. Because I think what you're tending to do at these T-junctions is slow a little early.
Yeah.
And it's disrupting the flow a little bit. Clutch, not brake. Alright? So clutch control, not foot braking, and you can still balance then. So I think what we should do for the remainder is work on these hills.
Yeah.
Because it all ties in with the clutch control. So revs, off the foot brake, hand on the handbrake. Right point. Extra revs. So what's your thoughts on how you operate the car then, and your understanding of that? I mean,
I think I'm not sure. I just don't want to like roll back on a hill.
remember, did you think about what you should have done, or did you forget that and just worry about the hill? Turning left here, by the way. Clutch down, first gear. We'll come back to that in a bit. Say, because my concern is you're doing a lot of your thinking and you're not at the line, so you're still not at the line, only now you're at the line, and I know that truck's blocking it anyway, so don't commit till you can see down the road, basically, like that woman nearly did. Just for those watching, we've got a big tanker blocking, haven't we, the right side there. Clutch rather than brake. Clutching for, you know, when you're moving and you don't want to go anymore, bang the clutch straight to the floor. Revs then, in case it is clear. Take the next left. So again, I want you to show me you can stay reasonably tight with this curve. Don't steer right, stay centre with your position. Got the big truck oncoming. Nice one. What are you checking now? Good. Right, I'm going to guide you with the timing a little bit here. We're going to get you to the lines and then they do the majority of your looking. Don't get me wrong, you might have a few looks before the lines, but not deciding looks, you're just looking at how things are and that. So turning left at the end, keep the speed as this for now. Don't do anything yet with the brakes, nothing. Now start to brake, clutch down. Don't reduce the speed too much, steer first over here, get us to the lines first, get us to the lines. Right, slower, revs, start looking now. Now we're in a position where we can see. Keep on the power coming out while you're steering, second sooner. We're going to take the second road on the left, we're going to come up to that hill again. So when's the earliest point we could signal without it being confusing? Now, good. Back up to the same junction at the top. We're going to turn left again. If we edge and then we need to stop, well, we're going to be on the clutch in the first place. We're not going to use the foot brake at all, okay? Just clutch control. Don't slow don't come off that gas too early. Come off it now gradually. Feet in covering position. A little bit of brake and clutch down first gear. Let us roll. Set the revs. Roll all the way up, steer more. Oh, right. Okay. You know, there's a tendency to rush with that left foot.
Yeah.
Don't rush it. All right. Slide and dig, freeze at the bite. You've still got forwards roll.
Yeah.
So you're not going to roll back. Just give yourself chance to have a clear mind, just to feel what's going on. And just think, you know, I've got time to do this. Think about what you've got to do, not the consequence of it going wrong. That's what I'm here for. Yeah. I'll stop anything dangerous from happening. Yeah. Alright, give yourself a chance to learn on these hills. Okay. Well, slight inclines. Right, so I'm going to come off the brake there. You'd got it, but I was ready as well. Very steady there, so try and keep that motion a bit more with the feet. At the end of the road, we'll turn left. too slow. Keep looking, keep rolling. Set the revs. Okay. Didn't see that one coming. Take the next left. Second all the way down. You wouldn't be going very fast in third, don't get me wrong. And it is car dependent. I'm going to turn left at the end. So focus on getting to the lines a bit more, to the actual lines. That's much better, yeah. So do you think you could add that in yourself without me reminding you now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's much better. And at the end of the road, we'll turn left again. So I'll help you with this one. That's it. Good. So far. That's it. Now you've got time. Just relax, slide, dig, get to the bottom, freeze the left foot. Freeze. Loads of time. Anything comes, just clutch in slightly, not to the floor, yeah? Because clutching slightly would keep you held still. How was that time?
It was better.
Did you have?
Felt like I had more time.
Yeah. Did you have difference? Slowly. It'll be okay. It'll sort itself out. When it's like that, and the thing is, it was uphill slightly as well.
Yeah.
You've got to be a bit smoother coming up, more gradual, more continuous, but gradual. And you might have to set a bit of revs if you're struggling like that initially. Keep coming. They've stopped. Might as well. There's no point in us all stopping, us tucking, then them coming. And we're going to turn right at the end, please. Focus on getting to the lines. All the way to the lines. Holding us still with a clutch. Fantastic. Good. Bit more revs before we go, thinking about when we do. Check your left mirror, we can all come here. Just steer left a bit more. That's it. So in that situation, if I think it's possible, I'll just look at what I've got and then just think about helping us all work together to get to the same end goal, which is get through really. Turning left at the end, please, Lauren. Again, focus on getting to them lines. Revs before you stop. So what would we look to do in terms of gear timing uphill?
Do a bit more revs.
Yep, so it'd be a bit later than usual.
Yeah.
But you've got to identify that it's uphill first, I guess. If you're going to remember that, haven't you? Aren't you? You're going to have to remember that or identify it. So. You identify that?
Just a little like pointer.
Yeah, while you're waiting, or you have back in part of you when you're looking right and left, you could be taking in so much information. If you ask that question while you're looking right and left, you'll have another answer. I'm going to take the next road on the left anyway. 6 car lengths usually, yeah? Roughly. They're not going, are they, in the black car? No? Okay. Your steering's improved loads today.
Yeah.
Take the second road on the left. Just tell me or show me the earliest point you could signal after you've checked your mirrors. Fantastic. Good. And taking the next road. No, just keep following it ahead. And is it where that white van's passing now where we usually turn?
Yeah.
So we'll take that road on the left. And then we'll take the next road on.
Should I pull up?
Yeah, pull up on the left or right. Good stuff. Alright, pop the engine off and relax. So, how did you find today's session?
Good.
Yeah? What are you most pleased with? What are you most proud of today?
I feel like... Did I mess up on the first junction? I did. Coming up here. Forgot.
At the very beginning of the lesson,
Yeah.
a bit late with clutch,
Yeah.
a bit late with the... Yeah, was there something that happened at... I can't remember, it was 2 hours ago.
I know, but I'm like happy. I feel like I picked it up quicker than
Yeah.
I did like every other lesson. I think it was the last lesson that helped me a lot.
I would agree. If you want to check out Lauren's last lesson where we worked extensively on junctions for 2 hours, and then click the link up at the top. Yeah. Yeah, so that, do you think that helped you quite a lot there?
Yeah.
Some good stuff there, loads of improvements. So if you were to list some of your strengths today, what would they be? I can help you if you... I'm putting you on the spot a bit.
I think remembering revs before I start. I know I like messed up a few times, but I feel like I remembered it for the most part.
And you feel like you're on your way with it
Yeah.
a bit more. Yeah, okay. What about your steering?
Yeah, I've improved that. Keeping everything like at the top instead of having my hands
Yes.
at the bottom.
And how is that helping you? Also, your timing's improved with steering as well.
Yeah.
Steering's improved to turn into roads, hasn't it?
Mhm.
So we're identifying when that curb disappears a bit earlier and get the start in the steering. Also turning in like what we've just done.
Yeah.
That was quite a tight one. And yeah, timing's better, technique's better. The left foot's been steadier overall. I know here and there it's had a little bit of a thing where it comes back and it feels a bit rushed. And I'm not doing it on purpose. But it has generally, and we have been stop-start a lot, junctions or lights or whatever it is, it's generally been quite still.
Yeah.
Like you say, with the revs on majoritively, so pleasing stuff really. If there's something you could improve going forwards, what would it be? Something you'd like to work on next lesson and improve. What would that one thing be, or two things, or whatever? However, weren't many really.
I think just like remembering to keep the clutch steadier. I feel like I do, like when I go to revs, I like think that the clutch has to come up for some reason. Like find biting point before I've even got revs on.
Yeah, that's a good reflection from yourself. I feel that. Yeah, I know what you mean. I think then next lesson we should do, just as some sort of sub goals, we should look to remember to select first gear when we slow down.
Yeah.
And work more on junctions on inclines, because that will make you'll have to keep the left foot steady really, or else you'd either roll backwards or start moving forwards. So I think that would tie all that together quite nicely. Keeping the foot steady, but doing hills with a bit more confidence. And yeah, just remembering to select first gear.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you can think of?
Don't think.
All right. And what have you learnt? What's a Y junction?
It's like a junction in the road on an angle.
Yeah. So instead of it being a T, it's
Yeah.
like this. Yeah. What's it do to your visibility?
It narrows it, so you have to position right to get the best view.
I don't know about position right, but you definitely need to steer a lot to make it into a T at the end. Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
Because ideally you'd be square approaching centre of the lane. If you go right and something's behind you or a cyclist, they'll get in that gap on the left.
Oh, I meant like just correctly, like position in a good way, not like right.
Oh, yeah. English language, yeah. Yeah, I know what you're saying now, yeah. So you want to position correctly.
Yeah.
I sometimes do that, so I don't want to confuse anybody else, but yeah. Yeah, good stuff. And box junctions, turning right to protect turning traffic. What have you learnt about that? If there's a staggered crossroad or something like that.
Get in there early and like position, like look like you're going into it.
Yeah.
And make sure you're just fully in it, in the box, and you're straight.
What about if somebody else is turning right and it's a staggered crossroad? How would that affect our safety? Like you said, position early, but we might not be able to.
I think, I don't know.
We just have to go in a bit later.
Yeah.
Do you want me to show you visually?
Yeah.
So look. It'd be something like this usually. Yeah, the road would be much wider, but normally, yeah. So you'd have the hatch marking in the middle. You've got the markings up, hatch markings, and then you've got the box. So that turn there, and then you've got that turn there, but that one's turning right, and if that one's turning right, if you drive straight through, and that one's turning right, it wants to position in there, doesn't it? So depending on who kind of is positioned first and closer, and all the things we talked about with crossroads, and we talked about priorities, same kind of things we're looking for, we might have to go in after and go in round them.
Yeah. Would you like wait in the road, or would you
for them to turn?
Yeah.
You could, but it wouldn't be ideal, because you could have another 10 cars behind you that you want to hope are all paying attention and react and respond. Whereas actually, you could start slowing them down, yes, because you've got a tight gap to get into then, and hold back, ready for turning. So yeah, I'd be slowing them down, but I'd be making efforts to get into that box.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll see drivers do that, what you've just said. It's the lazy way, really.
Yeah.
That is. All right. So yeah. I think that's everything, Lauren, there. Any final thoughts or questions from yourself?
I don't think so.
Good. So if you enjoyed today's video, let us know. I'll be answering your comments in the comment section below the video. Remember to leave us a big thumbs up and do consider subscribing to the channel for more related content. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and thank you again to Lauren for letting us record the video. See you again.